Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to my channel Scorpio class. Today in this video, we are going to discuss the question and answers of class 8 supplementary chapter King Sinbad and his falcon. The complete explanation of this chapter has already been uploaded in my channel and the video link of the same will be shared in the description box as well as in the I button above for your easiness. So you can go through that and look at the whole explanation video. So let's discuss the question and answers today and move ahead. But before that, there's one more good news for you all that we have come up with Scorpio class Hindi channel. And in this channel, you are going to find Hindi lessons explanation, question and answers video with complete notes as well as grammar syllabus and grammar notes as well of class 8, 9 and 10. So to get the link of this channel, you have to visit the description box again and find the link of Scorpio Class Hindi channel. Subscribe to this channel and also share it with your friends. I'll also share the link in the I button above so that you can directly go to the channel from here. Okay, students, so let's now move ahead and discuss the question and answers of this chapter. So, very first main in your textbook is comprehension. Answer in two to three sentences each. So, first question is who was Sinbad and what was he fond of? Answer: Sinbad was a king. He was fond of racing and hunting. Next, what had King brought up? What did he tie around its neck? Why? Answer: the king had brought up a falcon as his pet. He tied a golden cup around its neck. Next question. What did the falcon suggest to the king one day? Answer. One day the falcon suggested the king that it was the right time for hunting. Next. How did the king threaten the hunting troop? Answer. The king threatened the hunting troop that he would punish a person who allowed the gazelle to escape. Next. Why does the falcon upset the cup with the dripping liquid? Answer. The falcon upset the cup with the dripping liquid because it contained the poison of viper snake. Next question. When did the falcon succumb to death? Answer is the falcon's wings were chopped off by the king in rage. It succumbed to death when the king reached his camp. Next. What was the king's reaction? Answer. The king cried aloud as he lost his faithful companion. Next. Now we have next main answer in three or four sentences each. First question here is how did the king look after the falcon? Answer. The king loved the falcon very much. He took the falcon wherever he went. During night, it stayed with him on his fist. He tied a golden cup around her neck to provide a drink at the time of hunting. Next question. How did the gazelle escape? Answer. The gazelle was trapped in the net. As the hunting troop lifted the net and narrowed the trap, the gazelle, she too moved towards the king and stood on her hind legs. She then lifted her forelegs up to her breast and suddenly jumped above the head of the king and escaped out of the maze. Next, how did the falcon help the king to kill Gazelle? The falcon flew high up and traced the fleeing gazelle. She swooped down and blinded the gazelle with her claws. The king struck his mace on the gazelle and killed it. Next question. Why did the king take out the cup? Answer is as the king and his horse were thirsty, they wandered in search of water. They reached a place where the king saw water dripping through the leaf of a tree. As his falcon was very thirsty, he took out the cup from her neck and filled it with the dripping liquid. Next question. What activity of the falcon made the king become furious? Answer. The king filled the cup with the dripping liquid and placed it in front of the thirsty falcon. But surprisingly, the falcon overturned the cup instead of drinking it. As the king filled the cup and placed it in front of the thirsty horse, it overturned the cup. This strange behavior of the falcon made the king furious. Next question. What did the king cut off the wings of the falcon? Why did the king cut off the wings of the falcon? Answer. Each time the king filled the cup with the dripping liquid and placed it in front of the falcon overturned it. The king was upset by the strange behavior of the falcon. In his fury, he took his sword and chopped off the wings of the falcon. Okay, next question. What did the falcon indicate to the king? Answer is the falcon indicated to the king to look up by raising her head. The king's eyes followed the falcon. Seeing the poisonous viper on the tree, he understood that what he had mistaken to be water was the snake's poison dripping from the leaves. Next question. How did the king's men trap the gazelle? The king's men formed a circular shroud of the net and trapped the gazelle. Okay, next question. Why did Falcon upset the cup again and again? Answer. The falcon had noticed that the dripping liquid was not water, but the snake's poison. The king had not noticed this and kept filling the liquid each time and placed it in front of the falcon to drink. Hence, the falcon upset the cup again and again. Okay, next question. Why did the king repent? Answer. The king became furious as the falcon upset the cup each time it was placed in front of her. In a fit of rage, the king chopped off its wing. The falcon cried in pain and indicated to the king that the dripping liquid was the snake's poison. As soon as the king reached the camp, the falcon succumbed to death. The king repented for he lost a faithful companion due to his hasty decision. Okay. Next question. Why did the king call his pet unlucky and foolish thing? Answer. The king placed the cup filled with the dripping liquid for the falcon to drink. But each time the king did so, the falcon overturned the cup. This strange behavior of the falcon made the king furious and called her unlucky and foolish thing, as he was not willing to slake neither her thirst nor the thirst of the horse. Okay, next question. How did the falcon save the king's life? Answer. The falcon repeatedly upset the cup of liquid that the king had placed before it. Furious, the king chopped off the wings of the falcon. In pain, the falcon indicated to the king that the liquid filled was the poison of the viper snake that was dripping from the leaves. As soon as the king reached the camp, the falcon succumbed to death, thereby saving the king's life. Okay. Next, we have Seaman. Answer the following questions in 6 to 8 sentences each. First question here is how did the king look after the pet falcon? Answer. The king took the bird wherever he went. During night, it stayed with him on his fist. The king tied a golden cup around its neck to provide drink at the time of hunting. It was his best companion when he went hunting. Okay, next question now. How did the king hunt the gazelle? The hunting troop trapped the gazelle in the net. As they narrowed the net to trap the gazelle moved towards the king, stood on the hind legs, lifted her forelegs up to the breast, jumped above the king's head, and flew. Falcon flew up and traced the fleeing gazelle and swooped down and blinded the gazelle with her claws. The king immediately struck his mace and killed the gazelle. Okay, so it was with the help of falcon. Falcon flew up and it traced the fleeing gazelle and swooped down and blinded the gazelle. And then king struck his mace and killed it. Now moving to the next question. What made the king cry aloud? Answer. As the falcon repeatedly overturned the cup filled with liquid, the king grew furious of this strange behavior and chopped off the wings of the falcon with his sword. The falcon, in pain, indicated to the king the poison of the viper snake that was dripping from the leaves. The king was remorseful and repented for cutting off its wings. As he reached the tent, the falcon succumbed to death. The king repented and cried aloud for losing his faithful companion who saved his life. Okay, the last question here is, how did the falcon prove himself a faithful companion of the king? Answer is, the falcon was a faithful companion of the king. She always was his hunting companion. When the gazelle escaped from the traps, she flew high, traced the gazelle, and swooped down and blinded the gazelle with her talons. Hence, the king was able to kill the gazelle. When the king and the horse were thirsty, the king filled the cup with the dripping liquid and placed it in front of the falcon. As the falcon repeatedly overturned the cup filled with the liquid, the king grew furious of the strange behavior and chopped off the wings of the falcon with his sword. The falcon, in pain, indicated to the king the poison of the viper snake that was dripping from the leaves. The king was remorseful and repented for cutting off its wings. As he reached the tent, the falcon succumbed to death. The king repented, cried aloud for losing his faithful companion who saved his life. Okay, so this is how the falcon proved himself a faithful companion of the king by sacrificing his life and saving the king's life. Okay, so students, here we end up with the question and answer sessions of this lesson. I hope the question and answers was informative for you all. The video was helpful, and if you like the video, do hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to the channel and Scorpio Class Hindi channel too, and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.